Hello.
Nice to meet you.
It's good to meet you. How
Yeah,
are you today?
yeah, I'm fine. How are you?
I am fine. I'm well.
Where you come from?
I am from California.
Oh, and where you living right now?
I live right here in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam.
Wow, you speak the word Vietnam very clear.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I practiced a lot. I've lived here for 11 years.
Wow, that's a really long time.
Yes, it's pretty long time.
You must love Vietnam so much.
Yeah, of course I love Vietnam. I mean, I love the people, the food. I really love the nature. It has beautiful green, lush nature. The fruits and vegetables are super good. I love Vietnam also because it's very safe. It's a very safe country compared to America and Mexico, which are the two other countries I've lived in. Um, yeah, Vietnam is very geographically diverse. So if I travel to Hanoi, it and go around there to Ba Be Forest or Sapa or Hayang, it's 100% different than if I am in the south and I'm traveling around and can go to like Vung Tau or the Mekong Delta or Phu Quoc.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vietnam is so diverse. It's great.
Yeah. If you can choose one country to live for the rest of your life, which country would you choose?
Uh, am I allowed to travel outside the country?
Yeah, of course.
Well, then I would probably choose Vietnam because Vietnam, I'm comfortable here. I have friends and a community and a house here, and I'm a travel writer. Vietnam is a great place to live as a traveler because there are so many interesting areas that are very close to Vietnam, like the islands, the south and southwest, like Malaysia and Indonesia and the Philippines. Then China, obviously, to the north, has a little bit of everything. It has forests and mountains and anything you could want. Uh, then to the east, Bangladesh and India are fascinating. Actually, I haven't gone to those places yet, but I would really like to. And then also Japan and Cambodia and Singapore are near to here. Um, just so much diversity of the types of places that you can visit.
Yeah, I heard people said like in the past, people would be so jealous if you said you live in America or another country. But right now, people gonna be so jealous if you live in Vietnam. What do you think?
I mean, yeah, like I don't want to say too much about politics, but when I moved to Vietnam 12 years ago and started living here, a lot of people from California wondered why. But now people don't wonder why anymore. People are sort of jealous. There are a lot of people in California who wish that they lived somewhere else, like me. They're sort of jealous that I have like a home outside of America. Um, but it's hard for them to leave because a lot of American people are just very comfortable, um, comfortable with what they have. Well, understandably, America is a comfortable country, but also I think I think that people in America often they do not know what other parts of the world are like. They think that somewhere like Vietnam or even somewhere more developed like Ireland or Iceland, they'll travel to Vietnam or maybe even somewhere more developed like Ireland or Iceland, and they'll be surprised that these other places have modern things like air conditioning or universities or electricity like that works 24 hours a day. So the point is that Americans often are not really well educated about what life is like in other parts of the world.
But I heard that American student usually get like 1 year, like try go to another country to study for the final year, or you can travel around outside Americas after while you still study in uh, the second year of university, something like that.
Well, first of all, I wouldn't say most students do that. Some like students who are lucky enough to come from a family that has a lot of money, often do that. But you don't know the ones who don't do that because they never leave America. But I think probably, and I'm not quite sure, but I think probably the vast majority of people in America never get the opportunity to do that. Even among those who go to college, which is I don't know, maybe 50%, even among those, maybe less than half of them actually get to do that. Living in Vietnam, probably most of the Americans, people that you meet, did do that because the people that live here are generally the most open-minded Americans that live in America when when they were born, and also most of the Americans who live over here come from a background, a family that has at least some money, so they can support the person's dreams. Moving to another country is really hard, and it's kind of a luxury that not everybody can afford.
Oh. But several people they said, "Oh, you live in only poor person go only poor Western go to Vietnam because they cannot afford to live in America." What do you think
I
about like that critical thinking like that?
I don't think that's true at all. I'm I don't really know why people say that. I think that some of the people that come to Vietnam, they come to Vietnam and then they take advantage of the fact that the cost of living is lower, and so they basically become very lazy and don't do very much. But I don't think it's true that somebody who's very poor in America will live to Vietnam or will move to Vietnam just to solve their problem of not having enough money. Although I can maybe see it with English teaching, because the sad fact is that a lot of English teachers find it very easy to get a job as long as they are from another country. Some English centers do not hire really. They're not difficult enough with their hiring process. But I'm not the best person to talk about that because I worked at an English center for 2 weeks 10 years ago and never since then. So I don't know a lot about that topic.
Okay, yeah, like just
I but I have met a lot of expats, people living in Vietnam, while I've been here, and I know that most of them are not lazy. Most of them would not be just like poor and jobless if they moved back to America. Some of them would be. That's true. There are some expats I've met who are obviously not hardworking people, but I wouldn't say that's most of them.
Okay. You think you are a hardworking person?
I think that I work hard at what I do. Yeah, I one of the reasons I love Vietnam is because it allows me to pursue something I really love to do. And I will admit that I think I am not a very hardworking person when I don't love what I'm doing. It's hard for me to work when I don't really love my work, which is something a lot of people in America have to do. They have a job that they hate and they have to work hard at it anyway. And I don't know if I could do that. I definitely do not want to do that. But when I live here, I don't have to do that. I can do something I love, which is travel writing. And yeah, I work hard at travel writing.
Mm. So you work hard for your job, and you happy right now for your life.
Definitely, yeah.
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 Okay. So you think like so people who get uh, trouble with their life and they like struggle with their life and they don't really feel happy about their life, what should they do? For example, if they live in America.
Well, maybe they should move out of America. Like that's always one option, you know. It might be scary and maybe a little risky, but if you can try that, that might help. Uh, then there's always I don't know, video games are pretty cool. I guess you could play some video games, go to Disneyland, get a dog. I like dogs. Some people like fish, which I don't understand. I like you. Why would you want a fish as a pet? Because you can't pet them. So, by definition, a fish is not a pet because
Because
you need to be able to pet.
several fish look beautiful.
Yeah, they look pretty,
Yeah.
but that's why you can go to the aquarium, right?
you
Like,
you cannot afford to go to the aquarium every single day, but you can afford with your look your old fish and the fishing like raising fish at the pet. It's cheap. You just need to feed them a little bit every single day. You don't have to take care of them so much. Like if you live with a dog, you have to uh, take them go for work and do a lot of things to take care of them, to make sure that them happy. But I feel like uh, raising a fish is easier and not take
yeah,
so
it's
much
easier,
effort.
but it's also easy to raise like a pet rock, right? I mean, like part of the reason why having a dog is nice is because you do things with the dog. You know, you go for walks with the dog. You have to go to the pet store with the dog and you have to pick out food or you pick out a toy for your dog and it's nice. And then you can hang out with your dog, go to the park with your dog. You can't do anything with a fish,
You
Yuki.
can like,
Can't do
but they
anything.
can, but the fish moving and they make your house look pretty.
Okay, just look up some videos of fish on the internet is what I advise. So anyway, if your life is going badly, don't get a fish. It's not going to work. Don't do it. Just don't, please.
Okay.
Get a pet rock.
Okay, so we're done with our channel today. Let's have see everyone for the next episode.
Yeah, sayonara.